Hello, welcome to my unboxing and initial impressions of my new gimbal. It is a FeiyuTech G5. First up in the box is a mount for the GoPro Session for the G5 and WG2 gimbals from FeiyuTech. Next up we have a tripod and an Allen wrench. The tripod is equipped with a 1/4 inch by 20 drive threaded mount for any photo or video gear. Seems to be well built and has rubberized feet, so it should be pretty secure on most surfaces. Alright, so let's get this bad boy out of the box, huh? The packaging seems pretty sturdy. On the back we have some specs and some photos. Alright, so let's slide this out of the outer sleeve. Nice white packaging inside of that. Slide off the lid. Alright, we've got a couple of things here greeting us. First one is a paperwork envelope. Inside of the envelope we have 3 items. First up is a warranty card, pretty self-explanatory. Next up we have 2 user manuals, one in English and one in Chinese. First up inside the box we have a small box containing several items. First item is the rechargeable battery. It is a Type 22650 3000 milliamp 3.7 volt battery. Next up we have the USB charging cable. It's USB to mini USB. Does not come with a brick for the wall. Next up we have 2 mini charging cables to charge the camera while operating the gimbal. One is a mini USB to micro USB cable, and the other is a micro USB to USB-C cable for the GoPro Hero 5 and later. Finally, in this box we have 2 extended thumb screws. Next up we have the auxiliary counterweight. This is for the GoPro Hero 5 and later. And finally we come to the carrying sleeve. It holds the gimbal and the camera mounted, however it does not carry the tripod. Alright, so my initial impressions just picking up the gimbal, it feels like it's made really well. It has a rubber grip and a seemingly all-metal construction. The controls are pretty simple. There are 4 buttons, which I will get into momentarily. On the bottom there's another 1/4 inch drive adapter. The bottom unscrews to give access to the battery. The gimbal itself is somewhat weighty at 271 grams, but seems pretty well balanced. the roll angle is limited to 245 degrees. There are times when the camera can hit the gimbal itself if you're not careful. Other than that, the tilt and pan are a full 360 degrees. Alright, so we've got everything in the box laid out. Let's start putting it together. The counterweight that I'm about to attach is for GoPro Hero 5 and later, or some other cameras that are heavier than the GoPro 4. I will not need it because I have a GoPro 4. As far as controls, on the back you see the trigger, long press, and it will operate the locking mode during panning follow or all follow until released. 2 taps will restore the initial follow state of panning. Moving to the front, we have the self-timer button, or as I call it, the quick selfie button. This will rotate the camera back towards you 180 degrees until released. Up from that, we have the function button. This is the power on-off switch, and it also switches between modes. 1 tap toggles between panning follow and locking mode. 2 taps put you into all follow mode, and 1 tap after that will start the locking mode. 3 taps will rotate the camera 180 degrees horizontally, like quick selfie, but will maintain the position until exited. 4 taps enters auto rotation mode for time-lapse video and photo, and 5 taps enters initialization mode to correct any unbalance. Next on the front we have the joystick, which is 4 direction and pans the camera or tilts the camera based on your direction. On the side we have the charging port. The tripod screws onto the bottom, just like any light stand. Alright, so this is the first gimbal I've ever used, and all of the functions and operating modes are new to me, so I'm learning on the fly, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how intuitive this gimbal is to use and learn and things like that. As I said earlier, I'm using a GoPro Hero 4, which has no image stabilization, and I have not done any editing for the stability of the video. So currently I'm in panning mode, and here in a minute I'm going to be switching to the 180 degree rotation mode. Now I'm using the joystick to tilt the camera up to me, and I believe it is currently in lock mode, although like I said, I'm still getting used to these. You can see it follows me as I move my arm. Now listen here as the camera actually hit the gimbal while it was turning when I switched it back to 180 degrees, and now I'm back into panning mode. So depending on the way you are holding the gimbal, you will hit the camera on the back side, and also at certain angles like you just saw, the gimbal will get into the field of view and there again. So you have to kind of pre-plan how you use the gimbal in certain directions, and that's one of the things I'm going to learn here as I use it more often. Thanks for stopping by again. Subscribe and hit the notification button so that you can be notified when I upload any updates with this gimbal and how I'm learning it and what my thoughts are the longer I have it. Also, you can subscribe for other videos I come out with from time to time. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, so that way we can help grow this channel together. Hope to see you soon. Thanks.